Wahoo. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? I think we've got a quorum. Welcome, Rob. As I look at this room, it's a pretty stunning array of talent from clinical medicine to bench science to policy expertise, people with a deep understanding of the commercial space industry, of NASA's extraordinary efforts over the last 70 years. And as we look forward to what's going to be happening right now and happening even more so in the very near future, the ability to bring together this team to talk about what's needed for humans to succeed in space is pretty inspiring. So I congratulate you on being here. I feel really blessed to have such a wealth of talent in the room. And we're going to be talking a lot about ecosystems in this, the ecosystems that support us, the ecosystems of science and technology that we're dependent on. And part of our job today and then tomorrow is to help explain the ecosystem that already exists in Boston, that exists across the Mass General Brigham system, Harvard Medical School, MIT, the HST program as far as graduate education, Kendall Square. And so part of it's just going to be getting to know the players. So I'm Stuart Harris. I'm the chief of the division of MGB SpearMed, and we'll talk about what SPEAR is, Space Ecology, Arctic Resource Limited Medicine. I'm the wilderness medicine guy, and I'm very lucky to work with this team.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Eric Antonsen. I am not the wilderness medicine guy. I am the space medicine guy. I actually used to work down in Houston and came back to Boston for the ecosystem and for the innovation and for the hub that this place is. And so I came back partially to work with Stuart, who's a former mentor of mine, but also to work with Lonnie, with Luke, with a variety of different people who I think have very unique skills to bring into the human spaceflight world. And seeing how much potential that there was and is within the Boston ecosystem is something that made me feel like we should be trying to build Boston into a powerhouse in the future of human spaceflight. We have all of the tools here to create the entire training pipeline for what is needed for the future. And we have all of the tools here to do the research that crosses between disciplines, from the engineering to build the rockets to the medicine to keep the astronauts healthy as we go farther and farther into space, and as we use the low Earth orbit economy to improve our lives on Earth. And so I'm really looking forward to talking through all of that with you today and tomorrow. And I'll let Luke introduce himself.
Thank you, Eric, and good morning. I'm Luca Pisa. I'm the bridge between the wilderness and the space medicine. So I was a wilderness medicine fellow under Stuart. I was the inaugural space medicine fellow here in the program. And the Boston ecosystem is really what kept me, to be able to do work in both of those domains here with incredible talent, both at MGH and outside of it and across town, is just an extraordinary opportunity.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Lonnie Peterson. I will be representing the other side of the river, and we look forward to hosting you all on the other side of the river tomorrow. We really are united. The other side of the river is MIT. We really are a united team here. I also represent the space medicine side of the aisle, maybe some of the aviation medicine side of the aisle as well. I have the honor of leading the Aerospace Physiology lab at MIT, and I get to have appointments both at MIT and Harvard Medical School and at MGH as well. And I really think that embodies some of that synergy that we have in the Boston ecosystem. And we're so excited to have you all here and to broaden this out a little bit more, to capture the whole of Boston, Greater Boston, and show you guys what we can do here and establish collaborations and increase the synergy. So thank you very much for being here.
We're going to try to keep things on time. Obviously, the federal government shutdown is having myriad impacts. A lot of people who really wanted to be here were expressly forbade from doing so. Others have made extraordinary efforts to travel a long way to try to advance the science in the field, and that's deeply appreciated. We were supposed to have a couple of friends from space call in. That unfortunately the shutdown has decreed that Johnny Kim, despite being a Navy trained SEAL and Harvard Med grad and one of our residents, and now in orbit in service of the United States, is judged non-essential, so he cannot call in tomorrow, but he sends his best. We're going to start off with someone who helps bring together what an extraordinary community I'm lucky enough to belong to, and that's going to be our friend from Warren Zapal's lab, who you'll hear me talk about shortly, Jessica Meir, who has recently been an astronaut and is going to welcome you all here.
Hello, I'm NASA astronaut and former MGH scientist, Jessica Meir, and I'm honored to welcome you all to the inaugural Boston Human Spaceflight Symposium. With my home state of Maine just to the north, and the time I spent at MGH with Warren Zapal and others immediately before taking this job, Boston will of course always hold a very special place in my heart. What an incredible array of scientists, doctors, engineers, policymakers, and space enthusiasts are gathered together here, representing the creme de la creme of academic, clinical, and corporate powerhouses that Boston has to offer. And of course, all of you that traveled from afar as well. I applaud Stuart Harris and the team that made this happen. I wish I could be there in person with you today, but unfortunately, I'm in training out at SpaceX this week on the other side of the country. I promise it's for good reason though. Just make sure you pay attention to launches to the International Space Station next year. Speaking of ISS missions, on September 25th of 2019, I was perched on top of a Soyuz rocket, leaving the Earth's atmosphere and heading to my temporary home on the International Space Station for the first time. Awaiting my arrival was a small allocation of personal items that had launched on an earlier cargo mission. In that bag were several items that were meaningful to me or to people close to me, or that represented pivotal life moments on my trajectory. Of course, an MGH flag was among those items. Not to mention a Harvard flag. And hey, can't forget the home team. Go Pats. Given that my return to Earth coincided with a very different chapter for our home planet, landing in April of 2020 in the height of the COVID pandemic, I'm long overdue in returning these items to their rightful owners. I'm so excited to take this opportunity to present the MGH flag back to its home community today, hoping that it in some small way may inspire your efforts and all of those around you. This adventure into the cosmos was not mine alone. It was for all of you and for all of humanity. As I hope you'll see today in these photos, you were all right up there with me. From studying the physiology of deep-diving penguins in Antarctica, to conducting research on the human body's adaptation to microgravity on the International Space Station, I've had the fortunate opportunity to experience the intersection of biological research, innovative engineering, and the limits of human performance firsthand. As we push further into the solar system, it is critically important that we integrate our understanding of the human body with the engineering and technological innovations that enable us to live and work off-planet. By bringing together the diverse minds that are critical to the future of space exploration, this symposium is vital to that endeavor. It's in this type of creative and collaborative environment where we can bridge the gap between clinical practice, science, engineering, and the profound realities of space that we will truly advance our understanding and capability. I'm incredibly eager to hear about the ideas, discussions, and plans for collaboration focusing on space and extreme environments that I'm certain will emerge from this gathering. Thank you for being a part of this cosmic family, and I look forward to our shared work in inspiring the next generation of innovators who will carry us further into the cosmos. Ad Astra.